Hello, lovely students, and welcome to English Secrets. Today's lesson is on Proverbs. Oh no, I am not talking about the book of Proverbs. I'm talking about English expressions, usually short in nature, which express a general truth or are used to give advice. Now imagine you wanted to give someone a piece of your mind. Proverbs come in handy. And what's more, Proverbs help you to sound smarter when you speak. So if you ever want to sound smart in your conversation, today's lesson is for you. I'll show you 20 proverbs and their meanings. So sit tight and let's go. Number 1, make hay while the sun shines. What does this mean? This proverb means that you should take advantage of a favorable condition while they last. Remember the story of the ant and the grasshopper. The grasshopper was lazy and didn't take advantage of the sunshine. Eventually, when the rains came, he didn't know what to do. He was all alone with no food, all because he refused to make hay while the sun was shining. So if you ever met someone who was lazing around, you could tell them, "Hello, my friend, make hay while the sun is still shining." Proverb number 2, every cloud has a silver lining. This proverb means that there is always something positive in every bad or sad situation. So when you see someone, perhaps you have a friend who's bereaved, who's been mourning and is heartbroken, you could walk up to that friend and tell them, "My friend, take heart because every cloud has a silver lining. There is something positive in every bad situation." And proverb number 3, birds of a feather flock together. This is a commonly used expression. And what does it mean? It means that people of the same kind, people who share the same characteristics, will be found together. They usually walk hand in hand. A thief will align with a thief, and someone who is hardworking will usually align with another person who is hardworking. So birds of a feather, they flock together. Imagine birds migrating, flying through the sky all together. Now you notice that they are usually birds of the same kind. They're not birds of different kind. Proverb number 4, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Now this means being apart from someone makes you appreciate them more. Imagine siblings. Siblings often have this rivalry between them or amongst them. But if one of the siblings was to go away and stay away for a very long time, now the other siblings would begin to miss the one who has gone away. So they eventually realize that absence makes the heart grow fonder. So when someone is away from you, you begin to appreciate them more, even if you did not when they were always there with you. The next proverb is very interesting, and this one is about justice and fairness. It's often used in the law courts. And this proverb is, a cat may look at a king. I repeat, a cat may look at a king. Now, the proverb means that even people of low status have rights. So imagine meeting a judge who is unfair, who's passed an unfair judgment. You might walk up to the judge and say, "Hey, judge, listen, a cat may look at a king." And that means that even though this person whom you have passed judgment, whom you have passed an unfair judgment on, has rights, and you should do the right thing. So you can use this against corrupt politicians, against corrupt judges who do not do the right thing. You tell them, a cat may look at a king. The next proverb is equally interesting, and it says, a drowning man will clutch at a straw. Picture that in your mind, someone who is drowning and clutching at a straw. Well, this proverb means that someone who is in a difficult situation will often do anything that they can to make sure that they don't get destroyed completely. So a drowning man will clutch at a straw. The next proverb has a romantic undertone, and it says, faint heart never won fair lady. Well, it has a romantic undertone, but I'm not talking about making advances towards a lady, even though that's where this proverb comes from. Someone who is not courageous, who doesn't show boldness, who is timid, will never achieve their goals. So you have to be steadfast, you have to be bold, you have to be courageous if you want to achieve your goal. It also works when you are wooing a lady. If your heart is faint, you'll never win that lady. You'll just be there looking, and somebody else will come along and take the lady away from you. The next proverb is, he laughs best who laughs last. Now, what does it mean? It means that a person should not celebrate temporary gains. They have to be patient and wait till the last before they begin to celebrate. So, he laughs best who laughs last. The next proverb takes us to inventions. And what does it say? It says, necessity is the mother of invention. Now, think of many inventions that we use today. Some of them were invented out of necessity. This proverb means that a person will usually find a way to achieve their goal if it is really necessary to them. If it's really important to them, a person will usually find a way to achieve the goal. The next proverb takes us to food. Hunger is the best sauce. What could that possibly mean? It means that when someone is hungry, they don't care much about how the food tastes or how it smells. They're going to gobble it all up, all because they are hungry. So give a hungry man food and he's going to thank you. Even if the food tastes like garbage, they're going to appreciate it, all because they are hungry. Now, this is used to control the crowd. And I think that's what, in Nigeria, that's been the situation. Hunger is the best sauce. So people are hungry, so politicians can afford to give them anything and the people won't complain. They take them in and appreciate them. So hunger is the best sauce. We move on to proverb number 11, which says, empty vessels make the most noise. And it means people with little intelligence, with little knowledge, usually make the loudest noise, usually are talkative. Have you ever met someone who is garrulous, who is talkative? It's probably because they are empty. The next one is used to advise someone who's about to take a risk. And it says, look before you leap. You need to consider the consequences of your action before you make a move. If someone wants to make a financial investment, it's important that they look before the leap. So this proverb is used to advise someone who is about to take a risk, which they may not know the consequence. And the next proverb is about teamwork, it's about unity. And it says, a chain is no stronger than its weakest link. What does that mean? This proverb means that a group is as strong as its individual members. So I'm going to use a football game to explain this. A football team is as strong as each member of the team. So if you have a weak link in a team, then that is how strong that team is. If each of the members is strong, then you have a strong chain. But if one of the links is perhaps not as strong as the others, what do you think? You have a weak chain. So a chain is as strong as its weakest link. And this proverb takes us back to financial expenses. What does it say? The proverb says, a fool and his money are soon parted. Some people have become poor. Some people have gone down the way of poverty, all because they spent their money lavishly, all because they were spendthrift. And the next proverb is about knowledge. And it says, a little bit of knowledge is a dangerous thing. This proverb means that having little knowledge, having a little amount of knowledge can lead to overconfidence and sometimes making mistakes. So for you to be considered really knowledgeable, you have to have a lot of knowledge. So a little bit of knowledge is a dangerous thing. And the next proverb says, a rolling stone gathers no moss. This proverb states a general truth. Have you ever seen someone who's moving from job to job, moving from place to place, from relationship to relationship? That person usually ends up not having wealth, not having connections, and not having lasting relationships. So a rolling stone gathers no moss. Imagine a stone rolling. If a stone was steady, was stable at a place, moss will grow all over it. But a stone that rolls will not give room for moss to cover it. And this one talks about teamwork. Sometimes teamwork can be, when not properly handled, can lead to disaster. The proverb says, too many hands spoil the broth. You have to have a fair number of people assigned to a task so that it will be done properly. Because if you have too many people assigned to a particular task, everyone has ideas, and when each person begins to bring in their ideas, it could lead to conflict and the project will fail. So this is for managers, this is for supervisors. The next time you are assigning a task, make sure you assign that task to the right number of people. Don't give a task to too many people, or else too many cooks will spoil the broth. And the next proverb takes us to the struggle for power. And it says, all is fair in love and war. This proverb means that usually in intense situations, ethical and moral conditions are overlooked. A man has got to do what a man has got to do to survive. The next proverb is about also being patient. And this proverb uses the chicken to teach a lesson. It says, don't count your chickens before they hatch. This proverb means that you shouldn't make plans on a promise. Don't make plans on something that has been said which has not yet happened. Imagine an uncle of yours promises to give you some money for rent. He hasn't given the money yet, but you've gone ahead to rent a house expecting that this uncle of yours is going to give you the money. And eventually, he fails to deliver on his promise. But you've counted your chickens before they hatched. So this proverb is a word of caution. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. And finally, guys, the last proverb of the day is, a bad workman always blames his tools. Have you ever found someone who is bad at what they do? They often resort to blaming their tools. Oh, it's my hammer. Oh, it's my chisel. Oh, it's my pencil. Oh, it's my pen. Oh, it's my glasses because I didn't wear my glasses, and all sorts of excuses. This proverb talks about someone who is inexperienced, who resorts to blaming their tools. We've come to the end of today's video, and I hope you have learned something useful. So, which of the proverbs are you going to use in your conversation? Let me know in the comment section below. Remember to follow my channel for more videos like this. I'll see you soon. Bye.